Hey everybody.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're at Busch Gardens Williamsburg today and we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a behind the scenes tour for Howl-O-Scream. So we get to tour one of the haunted houses with the lights on, and we get to check out how some of the makeup artists do the scare actors makeup. It is $40 per person, so let's go check it out.
Yeah, we don't know what house it's going to be, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yes.
Did you guys just build this just to be a haunted house, or does this building have
so
another
this
purpose?
is a multi-use building throughout the entire year. We had another haunted house in here last year, but throughout the rest of the year, it's generally used for storage for other experiences or things of the sort. And you see these stretchers here, and I know you can see through the curtain there. However, when the lights are off and there's a person in that area, you generally cannot see into it. That light is above us is flickering. This one is not. This one is entirely off, so you can realize that there could be something potentially going wrong, because again, lights flickering, something could be going wrong, or you could just be in an office building. All of these things over here, and they are sometimes the references to our entertainment team, creating references to the people that they know. And then you have the blood drive. This blood drive is a reference to our maze blood shop. And if you don't know, that is a maze based off of a vampire dive bar. So all of the computers and stuff that you see in here are actually things we used to use in the park. So we don't want to buy anything new when we could just reuse our old equipment, which is why you can see that's a little older. The first room where you can really tell that it's a military facility through the tactical gear we have here on the right. And so everything you see here on the right side of the room, that is also made in-house by our costumes department. And so if you touch them, they are they're bolted to the actual hanger so they won't come off, and you can feel that it's actually fabric. It's not as heavy as an actual bulletproof vest would be. In a lot of our military branches, they have a Latin motto, and so this is Noli Timere Lupi. Again, my Latin is not the greatest. Lycanthropy, again, a reference to that. Lycan, wolf, goes hand in hand. Generally, there's two scare actors in here, one in the front, generally one in the back. You can tell that it doesn't look like a traditional werewolf. It has a couple more human features than a traditional werewolf you would think of. I noticed especially the eyes. The eyes are the biggest things that stick out to me in the shoulder bones. We went through this maze last year. If you remember, there was another bulk set of cage bars on the other side, but this one room really wants to emphasize that the wolf is the main driving point of this maze. And if you look at the corners up here, you can see that there's blood splatter showing that they're really working into the wolf, trying to figure out what the solution to this werewolf crisis could be. Like you were saying, this is one of my favorite features to talk about in here, is if you know a lot of things about ride controls, this is repurposed ride controls right here, and I think that's really, really cool how we like to reuse things that we are no longer in use generally. And so I think that's a really cool throwback to an active room, showing how time's progressing as you're actively passing through the maze, and they actually have an objective that they are working towards as you're going through the maze. And so you can look at that whiteboard over there, talk about how they're contained in various processes going on in the different areas that we have at Busch Gardens.
The year that the original Big Bad Wolf opened was June 15th, 1984, right? So first recorded sighting. Okay, so ride opened, some things happened right here, 2009. That is when the ride closed, outbreak contained. And then 2024, that's when we announced that the new Big Bad Wolf was coming back again. So we're like, okay, we're seeing some sightings of some weird things out in the woods. And then 5/23/25, outbreak confirmed. Big Bad Wolf opening. So again, we love our Easter eggs in these mazes.
Having experience be able to do the job of scare acting without having the openness and vulnerability of having direct contact with all of the guests. And so, I forget who said something about a cafeteria being in here, but you were incredibly right. Yes, there is a cafeteria in here. So if you look at the walls painting, I'm sure you've all painted before, right? Yes. And so it's very cathartic just to go to throw paint around. So I'm assuming that the team who helped the set design of everything, this is the room they had the most fun actually putting together, because I think that would be a really, really fun experience personally. And so if you look at my little friend right here, he's not doing too good. I think he'll be up after a nap or two, I hope. But again, it's very much showing that things drastically went wrong. Tables being knocked over. This doesn't look like a regular cafeteria. Something ran through here. You can see dents and, because I don't know if you know anything, stainless steel, not as strong as actual steel, still pretty hard to bend and break. So you can tell that something very strong went through here due to the tiny things of everything in here. This table being misaligned, this one being knocked over, and that one being basically bent in half. And so it just gives you that sense of overwhelming dread of something very strong and powerful ran through here, causing a wake of wreckage.
But if you guys want to come this way into that room that we saw earlier, so go ahead into here. And we ask you guys please not to touch anything.
So we've touched on this one already. Normally there's somebody like working on investigating the body to see what could be happening with the body, what's causing it, if the breakout is caused through getting clawed. And with this unfortunate person, that you can tell that the breakout is not caused by directly getting scratched. And so a lot of this is trying to theorize and put together what is actually causing the werewolf infection to spread. Right beyond. So that way it's not going off every interval, so that way if there's people staggered coming through the maze, you're able to see everybody coming through. So as we're touching with it more and more back here, it's going on more and more often. So generally there's a scare actor down here, crouched down in all black so that way you don't see them. I know what it is. It's the floor. It's the floor. That makes a lot of sense. And if you want to step on the mat to activate, you can go ahead and do that.
Alrighty.
You step.
Yeah, it's like a feather.
Thank you.
This is the makeup tent where everybody gets their makeup done. So all the scare actors will come, they'll pop in over here. We hand them their cards. So they'll all get this card right here that has their name and their look on it and whether they have prosthetics, blood. They go to one of our makeup artists. We have 12 on a full day. And then we have about 150 actors that come through. So we have about 2 hours to rush and get them all done. We have 5 to 10 minutes to get any of their looks done. 15 for like the very complicated ones. We use airbrush for everything. It is hygienic, it is fast, it's waterproof, sweatproof.
Normally everybody gets a base coat of, it's called Pale Dead. It's just to chill everybody out, give a ghostly complexion. Take a deep breath in under your nose. I give everybody a warning when under their nose. It feels good when you have air going up your nose when you're in or out.
And we get changed inside the park, inside those green rooms. Oh, okay. And then at 6 o'clock, we all come out of our areas and we're set free. My particular group is the Super Creeps. Okay. We are the park-wide roaming group. Oh. And we have varying schedules as to where we're going to be when. So when he comes over the announcement that says the stairs are everywhere, we're not on the map. No. So you think, oh, well, I'm headed to Pompeii. The only thing over there is a maze. There won't be anybody out there. Wrong. You could run into us.
Got it. Okay.
So we are the what they like to call shock and awe.
We just got done walking through Werewolves, the Wolf's Revenge haunted house. This is a brand new haunted house this year at Busch Gardens Williamsburg Howl-O-Scream. We got to tour it with the lights on.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite room or area of the house that you thought was really cool?
I think it's the very end where it's not an animatronic werewolf, it's controlled by somebody, it's like a giant puppet. But that was really, really cool to see how they make it, you know, how the sound turns on, how it's controlled, that sort of thing. It was
you step on a mat to get it to the noise and the lights. It's really cool.
Yeah. What was yours?
I really liked the whiteboard I believe it's in the control room, and I love all the little Easter eggs and nods to the years and the dates of Big Bad Wolf. So it had like the opening date of the original Big Bad Wolf, it had the closing date of Big Bad Wolf, and then it had the like announcement of the new Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge roller coaster, and then that opening date as well. So I thought that was really cool little Easter egg they threw in there.
It is.
And it's something you might not notice like when you're walking through getting scared by the scare actors.
Right.
But they're still putting that level of detail in there.
Oh yeah. Even, I mean, some people might pick it up on it very quickly.
Yeah.
By the lights flashing in there, so it might be a little bit hard to read as you're going through.
And also with this tour, you get a one-time use quick queue for one haunted house.
Yep.
Any haunted house. So it does not have to be the house that you toured. It's for any 5 of them. And the makeup was so cool. They showed us how they did the makeup for one of the roaming characters, and it's all airbrush. It's very detailed. And they do it pretty quickly, and I think she said they do it for over 100 or 150
Yeah, I think
actors.
it was 150.
That's, wow. Shout out to the makeup team, because that means they got to work pretty fast and they got to know what they're doing. So.
Yeah, I think she said the more complex ones take about 15 minutes, but the other ones are like 5 to 10. But it's just a lot of people to get through.
Yeah.
So the entire tour, I would say, is a little over an hour. It is a lot of walking. You start from the entrance to the park in England and walk all the way to the back in Germany. So make sure you wear comfortable shoes, because you're going to walk to the house, and then from the house you're going to go behind the scenes of the park where the operations are.
You're going way back in there, like where the
Way
employee
back.
parking is,
Yeah.
way back where the makeup tent is.
Yeah.
So it's not a small amount of walking. I feel like they didn't really like advertise that in the information. So yeah, just be aware. It's a lot of walking.
Yeah, wear comfortable shoes for sure.
Yes. I think if I had one critique, I wish that you could sign up to tour a specific house. I would have really loved to tour Bloodshot or Killarney Diner, just because those are like my personal favorites. So it would be cool if you could like pick, and then maybe it would have more repeatability. You know, if you want to tour specific houses, you can sign up for those tours. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a lot of fun overall.
was so much fun.
It was something different.
Yeah.
It's a nice day out, so we just decided to do something we'd never done before.
Let us know if you'd like us to check out some of the other tours, like they have a roller coaster insider tour, a train tour. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know if you've done any insider tours or behind the scenes tours at Busch Gardens. What should we check out next? Let us know in the comments, and until next time.
But there's one more thing.
We're gonna also put in some footage from our previous walkthrough of Werewolves, the Wolf's Revenge haunted house, so please enjoy that.